What's going on, people? Once again, R.I.M.E live in HD. Like, subscribe, do what you need to do, hit notifications, the whole nine. Today we're gonna talk about self-mastery. Mastering oneself. Very, 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 very important subject. If you want to conquer some of the greatest challenges in your life, some of the future challenges in your life, you're going to need to practice self-mastery. Quick side note. Don't you notice you got some impatient people in your life, right? Don't you notice, and it might be you, don't you notice the most impatient people, patience is always being tested? Don't you notice that? It's like the very thing people are irritated by, they encounter all the time. People might wonder what or why that is. It's a self-mastery issue. Until you conquer that thing, it's going to keep coming up in your life. It's going to keep affecting you the same way. I don't know what that thing is in your life, but it's going to test you until you master it. And you're not really mastering it. You're mastering yourself. And that's what a lot of people don't want to do. They want to just go with the flow. They want to be reactionary. They just want to be, reactors instead of responders. It's a big difference. And they just want life to go their way. And when it doesn't, it's just like, and all that, right? But when you learn to master yourself, it's not that things won't affect you, they just won't affect you the same. They won't drag you down. They won't fry you. They won't burn you up like they used to. But the issue with, people and self-mastery issues, a lot of people don't want to put in the work. A lot of people don't want to put in the practice, because why? Self-mastery never really benefits you initially. It doesn't benefit you right away. It doesn't even benefit the people around you right away. It's almost like growing a tree. Little by little, over time, and you'll realize you'll be over that mountain that you've been struggling with your whole life. But it's those small steps. The word says, despise not small beginnings. That's a lot of y'all people's problem. Y'all just want to go from here to there, just like that. And it don't work like that. But the world will have you thinking, and the media will have you thinking it works like that, and it doesn't. You got to go through your ABCs like everybody else. And the more you go through your ABCs, the easier it'll be to go through your ABCs. But you got to go through your ABCs. You don't go from A to Z. You go ABC. They want to trick you. They want to manipulate your mind and make you believe that all this stuff just happened. No. It's levels. It's levels. Okay, let's get to it. How? How do I master myself? First, it comes with the realization of what is the subject matter that you're dealing with. What has got a hold of you? What is the thing that drives you nuts What is the thing that for some reason keeps on haunting you and wearing you down and wearing you out? First, you got to realize that whatever that thing is, it's not going nowhere until you move it. And you also got to pay attention to yourself a lot more. Because self-mastery it requires you to isolate yourself from you. He like, man, R.I.M.E talking crazy. He don't know what the heck he talking about. He just talking some crazy stuff. No, you have to isolate yourself from you. Because you got to realize that your feelings and your emotions are indicators. They're not you. So it's almost like, I don't know how many gamers I got out there. You got the video game, right? You're playing a video game, but when you're in the virtual reality, that's, controlled by you. What is the you? The spirit is you. Okay? If you let your spirit guide things, or what spirit you would rather have guide things, you'll be in more control. And you need to let your spirit control your mind, because your mind is not you. Everybody thinks their mind is you. It's not. Your spirit is you. So when you let your spirit control what's going on, and you know what your mind is? The game controller. Your spirit is you. Your mind is the controller. Whichever direction that mind goes, that's what the action figure, that's what the shooter in the game, that's what the adventurer, whoever that character is, that's whatever direction it's going to go. The control center is up here and right here. This is the controller. It's the buttons. You control what direction your life goes with your mouth. What are you talking to yourself about? What problems are you solving within yourself? So you got to be detached. You have to detach yourself, because if you keep tripping over the same thing, you got to back up. You got to get yourself into a helicopter view. I love the helicopter view. Look at yourself as if you're not you. Why did that guy keep doing that? Because that guy doesn't pay attention to this, this, and this. You got to be more sensitive to yourself. You got to be paying attention more and more to yourself. How else can you master yourself if you don't look at yourself from all angles or more angles? And guess what? After that, after you detach and say, you know what, okay, my spirit is me, I'm not me, my body is not me. It's the character that's moving in this movie. Now I need to direct this movie myself. Because he keep tripping. Every time he go around that one corner, he keep tripping over that, right? So now I gotta get a game plan together. It's almost like football. Get on the drawing board. All right, I'm about to go around. Because every time I keep going around, I notice. Because trust me, we know our mistakes more than anybody. Because we keep doing them. Like, you're gonna get more acquainted with your mistakes and your failures and all that stuff than anything else. But you need to learn from them. You need to recalibrate. It's almost like a navigation system. That's why I love navigation systems. It knows where you are. It knows where you're going. Now the key thing is to navigate you from there to there. You got to be the same way with your life. You got to be the same way with your mind and your vices and your trip-ups and your slip-ups and your strongholds. You got to be the same way. Okay, I keep bumping my head on this, or she keep getting on my nerves, or he always talking smart to me and I always react, I always fall into it. You know when you're playing a video game and you winning and you be like, yeah, I'm getting it. But when you start slipping off, start losing, you start getting more emotionally involved. Oh, no, 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 no. We do that in life. That's where self-mastery has to kick in. Because if you all like this, oh, odds you winning. What's the odds? But if you notice, you see, real gamers, these jokers be zombies with it. Like, they be like, they keep it together. They know they gotta keep their focus together. Because they know if they get too emotionally involved, they're done. And guess what? They gonna end up cussing at the screen. They gonna end up going through all that garbage. We see it all the time. It's almost like an addiction. You know? Ain't no almost like, but that's another story. But yeah, you gotta keep it together. So the real gamers, they be losing. They be like, oh, snap. But you don't see them, oh, like, no, you're done. You already done, because you already lost here. You lost control here. But the ones that's like, nope, I seen this before. All right, yeah, it beat me before, but I got to get it together. They're after something. They're after something. They're more motivated. They're more confident. The people that's got it, they know they got to master their emotions. They know they got to master their ego. They know they got to master their senses. What makes you any different? That person at your job, you already know, it's always one. At least. You gotta have a game plan for him or her. That manager, you gotta have a game plan. Because guess what? You don't live with them. You ain't gonna spend so much time with them. So the thing about it is you gotta master that time. Are you mastering the time? Not really. You're mastering yourself within the time. You gotta master yourself. It's been plenty of times. You gotta bite that bullet because you after something else. You after the goal. And it's sad to say, in most of these jobs, the goal is break time and getting off. Oh my God. It's the same way in your life. Same way in your life. You have to detach from those impulses that you're so used to having. How do you do that? First off, build your relationship with the Lord. Build your relationship with God. A stronger relationship with God. Because it's natural world and it's spiritual world. That's it. So if you're going to control this and dominate this, you got to dominate it from another place. Most people don't realize a lot of things we do, say, how we act, respond, all that stuff is being controlled by someone that's not even around you. Don't even realize it. You're being controlled by people you ain't even never met. Your behaviors, all that, are being controlled. Manipulated, dictated, how you dress, all that stuff. That stuff is being determined before you even have a choice in the matter. I know people go out and say, oh, I like that. Oh, that look nice. That look nice. But guess what? Who put those options out there? See what I'm saying? You're being controlled. Don't even know it. You're being sold all the time with different ideas, images. No one's exempt. You can take that same power and elevate yourself. Manipulate your situations. Build your character in the process. But it's not going to be an instant skedaddle. If you're not used to growing crops or trees or anything like that, you ain't got the patience for it. Self-mastery. Because it's an everyday thing. Those of you that are married, okay. Because you're married, do you think you just said no? You can't ask no married couple that. Are you set because you just got married? You're like, you know what, my life is good. That's autopilot. I know it's not. It's a choice. And guess what? It's gonna continue to be a choice. It's a choice every day to be married and stay married. That's an everyday choice. It's not something you just say, we're good. Because that's also gonna be challenged. One day you might wake up and I ain't feeling like being married. It's a choice every day of your life. It's also a choice to master your emotions, your feelings, your influences, good or bad. But it takes a level of detachment from your normal if you want to accomplish it and you want to cultivate self-mastery in a positive way. The beautiful thing about doing things God's way, you don't have to master nobody else. People want to cut a fool, let them cut a fool. I see you when you come back down to earth. That's what we have the misconception of thinking that we need to control others to feel comfortable and good and stuff like that. No, we need to control ourselves. And in that controlling and mastering ourselves, we determine what we will tolerate and what we won't. That's the beautiful part. Jokers want to cut up, just be like, oh, I don't deal with that. I don't have to deal with that. I remember one of the first jobs I quit. The boss was having a hard time because his sales was down, the shop was dry, stuff like that. And he decided he wanted to click off on me. I'm like, bro, listen, I know I've been here for a couple of years, but if you want me to stay here, ain't gonna be no disrespect. He kept on, God. I just walked off the job. I've been here for a couple of years. I've been, all that. Got nice and comfortable, extra hours, all that stuff. I ain't signed up for this part. Like, who are you talking to? My pops don't even talk to me like that. Joe was looking for me for days. He's like, where's he at? Calling the people, calling around, calling me like, yeah, is you coming back, Leva? That was a broken summer of my life too. That summer was rough. Because it was unexpected. That was the brokest summer I ever had. We was me and two of my mans. We was so broke. We was splitting hot and readies. Y'all know that hot and ready life. We was splitting them boys. We ain't have enough money to buy one. They want to know you get to pop you. We had to split them boys. Dude put $2 and some change together, and then we got to get the drink, the pops. Man. But it raised my character. It raised my discipline level. It reminded me of who I am and who I'm not. And that walks with you. The problem with us is we carry things in our lives that are dead weight, that don't build anything. It tears down. it, what do you call it? Disintegrates, it decays, it disrupts us, it eats at us. We carry those things. That's what we need not carry. That's the issue. We've been carrying the wrong things. We've been wearing the wrong things as badges. Been carrying the foolishness. Self-mastery. Because guess what? We need self-mastery so much. If we don't learn self-mastery, we're not going to do too well with money mastery. If you can't master yourself, guess what? You can't master how you move, how you shake, how you spin, how you do nothing. It's all connected. If you can't master yourself, guess what? You're going to be mastered by something else. We got to do this. This is not a suggestion. If we gonna go there, if we trying to go there, if we trying to get that, this is a heavy subject. I want some feedback on this. Leave your comments, concerns, all that stuff in the comment section. I'll be checking it out. But a lot of us have struggled with this. But when you get it right, and keep it right, as the hot boys say, you get it right and keep it right, man, the feeling is crazy. The results are going to be crazy too. When you get that right, you unshakable, you unmovable. Can't nobody uproot you. Can't no situation uproot you. And it's God's desire that we have self-mastery. It's called discipline. It's called temperance. It's His desire. Because He wants us to rule this. Whatever that this is, whatever your territory is in life. So, it's very important that we hone in on this. Hone in on this. So yeah, man. Go ahead and shut it down right now. This is R.I.M.E Live in HD. Like, subscribe, hit notifications for new updates. We're going to keep banging these bad boys out. Okay? And I will check you guys out on the next one. And we will revisit this subject. So I'm going to holler at you. Subscribe.